Hey y'all, we just finished up the review of this and I reworked a ton of these. These are the first on the batch of reworks that I've done, and the goal for it is to build the perfect beginner bow, something that's low cost but is an introductory into custom bows where, you know, the tiller's right, the sight window's all radiused, where arrows spine easy to it. Loki. And so out of the box, this is a great bow. However, it's a night and day difference between out of the box and reworked. Out of the box, this was supposed to be a 45. I ordered 11 45s.
Can I kick the dust collector on?
Yeah. I ordered 11 45-pound bows. Out of those 11, one of them, I have to see if I can save it because the limb pins are bad. And so the quality control on these is all over the place. None of the tiller was right. They're all even tiller or even slightly reverse tiller, which makes tuning arrows real rough. So this is out of the box. This one's a 42-pound out of the box, supposed to be 45. This one's a 41. This is one that I've reworked, and I'm going to show you all how to do all of this. First, we're going to radius all of this in here, open it up, make it easier to get a better sight picture, and by opening that and giving it the high spots, it makes tuning arrows a lot easier. Bring it closer to center. We're going to fit the limbs. These limbs, they're not fit terribly, but they could be a lot better. And fix the tiller. That is a big one. By doing those, we're going to end up with something that's easy to shoot out of the box and maybe, in my personal opinion, the perfect beginner bow. Grabbing it there. And the high spot is going to be right there in line with the webbing of your hand. So we're just going to start by doing that. Alright, we're going to do this real fast. So we're going to use this. You can do this with a file. What we're going to do is knock that down a little bit. Alright, so that's just roughing it, remove some material, high spots now, right there. And I forgot to turn on the dust collector, so I got a little bit of dust in the eyes. Come in here, clamp that down, take a file, I'm going to go back in, mark where I want everything, and just flatten that out. So what I'm coming in here and looking at is that checking for high spots, keep it watching the horizon of that, just to make sure everything on it's flat. Come in here, take that aggressive angle, what we'll do is we'll throw that radius in there, come from this side, and we're putting pressure down. We're not cutting into the shelf, we're cutting into
Now, I'm going to move that line down, but I'm going to open this up. Knock that corner off. Alrighty, so we got that shaped. Let me show you guys this. So what we've done, we've opened that sight window up. We've come in here and floated that up. So now that it's round and we have a high spot right there, let me see. I'm going to drop that corner down just a little more. And by knocking that corner off, we've uncrowded our sight window quite a bit. So you've got a good open sight window. And for a beginner archer, check out our video on how to shoot a bow. How I teach in that video is look right down the arrow. And having that open sight window really, really helps. You don't want something that you're accidentally focusing on. You want to focus on the point of your arrow, make sure everything's square, zip the arrow exactly where you're wanting it. Traditional archery, it's a lot of fun and there's a learning curve to it, but if we can knock that learning curve down substantially where it's real fast to get going, you know, having good success to begin with, that'll get more people into this sport. We're going to knock that corner down just a little more. There's some 120. What we're going to do is finish shaping with that 120 since it's less aggressive and sand that shelf. We've got that corner in there and we're chasing that corner. And this is rather soft stuff. It works. Leo, do you just want pets? Okay. There's Leo demanding pets. Alright. And now, come in here and just round everything out. You can use those lines. See, right in there I can see that there's a dip because of how those lines shift. All I gotta do, be real careful, and I can pop those out of there and use those lines to guide me. And now, hit the other side of it. Float that out. Make it look nice. Alright, so we got the rough shape. We opened that up, brought that over, radiused everything. That's a lot of sanding. If you were to do this at home, you're going to need one of these half-round files and some sandpaper. If you do one thing to this bow, that right there, just opening it up, is a game changer. So now that we got this roughed out, we're going to come in here, take our sandpaper, and just kind of float everything together and finish shaping. Round that over. Alright, got it all floated, rolled that, relieved some edges. Now what we're going to do take that sharp corner off. Come in here, find a 45-degree angle. Alright, so now, same thing as last time. Everywhere you touch with sandpaper, go back over it with 220. Now we're going to fix one of the major problems with these. As you can see, that's square. That's not good. You will have glass cracking, and it's just not amazing. These bits, amazing. Get you one of these, and if you don't want to touch tiller, doing these steps will change your bow so drastically. And I'm just going just about like that. And see, watch this. Smooth, gentle, just drops right on there. You know, if you don't do tiller, if you just do those two steps, open up your sight window and bevel those, it's life-changing. That changes this bow. It changes the whole feel of it. Makes it easier to shoot. Arrows will tune better to it. And it just goes together better. So, now that we got that, I'm going to lock that in like that. You can see we moved that out. So, we'll deal with that here in a second. But, here's how I do this. Howdy y'all, we're back. Had a little bit of a week in there, and so this is the bow for Bailey. Now, these don't have a trap on it out of the box. We're going to throw a trap on it and knock some weight off, because this one's sitting at 42 if I remember right currently. We're just going to trap this, knock some weight off, and retiller this. So right now, I've got 80 grit on this. Got it aired up. We're going to use that 80 grit just to knock off some material real fast, and then we'll swap over to 180, and that'll make edge sanding this a lot faster. And Leo is running around with his brother there. Alright, so alright, let's see where the weight is on that and how we affected straightness. What I've noticed on these is weight comes off really, really fast. But it is a lighter poundage bow, so we're going to see if it actually shed any weight. And oh, we're still sitting 42. So we'll get a lot more aggressive with it. Oh yeah, we're getting somewhere. See, we rounded that out so it's a smooth transition. No trap on it, and it was pretty smooth. With this trap on it, stacks right at 29. Feel that. What's up with it? Feel it with the trap. Ooh, yeah. That's smooth. 40 right now. That heavy of a trap, and it only came off 2 pounds.
What was it when you started?
42. Now we're going to run through that process again and see if I can get it just a little lower. Because what I'm going to do, I've got more control with that 180. So I'm just going to float, kind of blend everything. Same thing. Then I'll leave the tips as is. We'll come in here, float that with a little bit of sandpaper, make it real nice. 6 3/8 top rim. Taking all those scratches out and blending it all together. And we count our strokes. We're just going to come in here, close that together, and let's see where the weight is on this thing. At 28, 7, it looked like there.